Man, I'm gonna lean Leon Edwards just because he's amazing, right? But I tell you what, Belal's gonna make that a good fight, and I think that fight's a lot more competitive than what people think. Belal is extremely underrated. That fight's a lot more competitive than what I think, but it's really difficult to bet against Leon, especially. I know Belal's coming off that fight. I know he won pretty decisively, but his leg had to have been banged up, man, and something like that is like a 2-3 week like real recovery time before you can start like really using it again. So I just want to lean towards Leon. Belal just coming off a fight himself, getting a little banged up. I'm sure he's banged up, and he's been in fight camps. You know what I mean? Like I'll lean Leon, but I think that's a very competitive fight.
Man, I think Edwards is probably the most hated and underrated welterweight in the history of the division, man. The guy is good. And but it's been a while since he's fought. Belal Muhammad is coming off that pretty decisive victory over Diego Lima. And man, he just seems on fire. So I don't think he took a lot of damage in that fight. So he should be healthy and good to go. And he always shows up in his shape. But I think Leon Edwards is a little more crafty and sneaky, if you will. So definitely a lot harder to take a fight on short notice. This guy's been preparing for Chimaev. So I'm going to go with Leon.
Oh, man, you already know I'm going with my dog. I'm going with the dog, you know what I mean? The bully, you know what I mean? Belal Muhammad, he hungry, man. I like what I seen from him in the last fight. I seen a couple things that my man can work on, which I know he's going to. He's ready. You don't come out with a name with remember the name if you ain't doing shit to be remembered.
I'm gonna go Leon Edwards. His experience kind of takes over. Belal looked fantastic in his last fight, man. Like you couldn't get that guy off him. But I don't think he's gonna able to pressure Leon Edwards like he's supposed to. I think he's like Leon Edwards gonna come out with that one. I actually had Chimaev winning that fight, and nobody else there's a lot, like, I don't say nobody else, but like I know Grant Dawson and James Krause were all going, like we were gonna place bets. I think I had a $100 bet on Chimaev for Grant Dawson against Edwards. So I thought Chimaev was in the fight, but now that's changed. I think Leon Edwards will take it.
Leon Edwards.
I did see that. I think Leon Edwards takes it. Belal Muhammad, he's great. Like he's a gangster, and he just stays in your face and never gets tired. Who did he just fight? Did he fight Diego Lima? And Lima's real long and stuff, and was blasting calf kicks, and Belal Muhammad was just walking through them. But however, I think Leon Edwards doesn't get enough credit, at least from the casual fans. He's really freaking good. Because his only loss in 10 fights is against Usman, I believe. I do think Leon Edwards pulls it off, probably by decision. He doesn't really stop too many guys.
I think Belal Muhammad is, he just fought, so he's going to be in really spectacular shape, and he's a stud himself. But Leon Edwards is such a crafty vet, and he was getting ready to fight one of the best in the world as well. So, obviously he wasn't taking that camp light at all. And he's frustrated. He hasn't fought for a long time, and that could be, there's a little thing, some people think ring rust is a thing. Some people don't. So kind of maybe depends on that. I mean, he's a crafty vet, so I don't think he's going to let that get to him. But, I do have Leon Edwards winning that fight. But you never know nowadays, man. And that's the whole thing that's so tough about betting on fights or going for this guy or that guy. It's just anything can happen in fighting. I made a parlay bet this last weekend, specifically on myself and a couple other fights, and the one that got me was the Curtis Blades.
I can't knock Leon, man. He's been on a streak, so I'm gonna go with him. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, man, I was really surprised to see that. I think I gotta go with Leon Edwards. He's won 8 in a row. I think he's gonna get the job done.
That's a good fight, man. Belal Muhammad. I've been watching him lately. He has a nice IQ too. He has nice punches on his shots, and he gets inside nicely. Leon Edwards, very good striker. Man, that's a tough fight for Leon Edwards, honestly, to be fighting someone coming up like that, because the IQ, man, and the way he's style of fighting, man, I'll go with Belal Muhammad for the upset just because he was just in there. And when you're just in there, you just got that groove going. So I think he might upset Leon Edwards, man, with the inside game. And I think he might be tougher than Chimaev. I don't know, man, because Chimaev still got to get that experience on that level and get that comfortability. I know he's been smashing and running through people, but those were also new people. Belal Muhammad, or however you say his name, is he has a nice game. I like his game. He's all around. He doesn't need to just strike. He strikes back. He gets inside. He goes for takedowns, man. He has a nice game. But then again, I don't know, man. Leon is a dog. Leon likes to fight. Leon scraps. He's very scrappy. His kicks, his punches from the outside are nice. His IQ is very nice too. It's a nice fight, honestly, man. Of course, I want to pick Leon because he's been working. He's been winning. But then again, I'd just say it's a bad matchup for him, coming from a guy that has a lot of fire, that's fresh out there.
That's a tough one too. I'm going to go with Leon Edwards. I like his style. Again, man, it's hard for me to pick these guys because I see things I like in guys, and I'm like, oh, this guy's going to win. But I like a bunch of goofy shit, so sometimes they don't.
With that original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names. You feel the love of the game.